And live from the rinks, it's Monday Night Hockey on the Long Island Sports Network, your home for all Suffolk County High School Hockey League action. Welcome everyone, my name is Jack Ziskin. On behalf of the entire crew here at the rinks, I'd like to thank you for tuning in as the Pat Med Black Raiders take on the Kings Park Commack Gold Knights in the Developmental Conference. An exciting matchup to open up the night before we dive right into varsity quarterfinals action. These two teams have met twice this season. Last time they met, KPC came away with an 8-0 victory in their first meeting. The Knights held on in a gutsy 3-2 win. Starting goaltenders for tonight's matchup. Jagan Simon will be in between the pipes for the Kings Park Commack Knights. And on the other side, it's going to be Tyler Thompson for the Pat Med Raiders. Leading scorers entering tonight's matchup. For KPC, it's Ryan Schechter. 10 goals, 8 assists, 18 points in 13 games. He is KPC Gold's leading scorer, and when you take a look at all major categories, you'll see his name, even penalty minutes, which is somewhat dubious distinction, but nonetheless. And then for Pat Med, their leader in goals, Noah Young, he's got 4 on the season, their leader in points. Logan Doherty with 6, and Declan Campbell right behind him with 5 points. Both Campbell, Doherty, and Everett Shupp all tied in assists with 3. The horn sounds, and let's get underway here at the rinks. We'll take a quick break before puck drop. Then we'll be right back.
feel like that could have been a pretty good time. But
And that was playing of our very own national anthem here at the rinks. Face off at center. Raiders trying to get their 6 players on. Simon versus Thompson here tonight in between the pipes. And the opening draw ends up being controlled by the Knights. Jared Waterman's pass up ice, broken up. Nasta with possession, and he sends it into the Knights bench. We get our first stoppage with 14:49 remaining. That was Chris Nasta. Has an older brother, Nick, playing with the T-Birds junior varsity team, I believe. Yes, junior varsity. Face-off this time is won back by the Knights. 2 Pat-Med Black Raiders with a sibling playing for the T-Birds. The other one, Quentin Haggerty, has a brother on the varsity squad, but the T-Birds didn't field the developmental level, so here they are. Heading up ice now with possession. Alex McDowell enters and it's offsides. So we get a stoppage with 14:30 remaining. The faceoff comes outside the Knights zone. 2 quick stoppages. Campbell in the dot for the Raiders, and this time the faceoff's possessed by the Knights. They're looking to head up ice. Nasta knocks it free after Aspromonte entered the zone, and then an attempted zone exit for Campbell. Turnover off the poke check. Walking in was handsick, but was poked off his stick, and then the shot redirected, then gloved by Thompson with 14:06 remaining. So both teams go for a line change now. Knights getting a quick shot on net, getting that offensive zone face off, and face-off is won back by KPC. Allstat shot is redirected, ends up in the left wing corner. Both teams battling for it. Comes out to Penny. He gets the clear, but possession comes to Knights. Allstat lead pass ends up being picked off. Shupp pinching in transition, chips it in, and Raiders looking to get to work on the forecheck. Puck is sent around the boards, comes all the way out into neutral territory where LeMay settles it. Meyer pressuring, but Raiders defenseman heads up ice and has it poked off his stick initially. Dishley can't get the zone entry. Penny chasing after it, and Maximilian Manchester on the forecheck. Still pressuring, deflects that pass. Knights forward, sends it towards the points, deflected. Allstat trying to hold it in, and both teams battling for it. Comes to LeMay, can't settle it. Schechter on the attack, sends it behind the net, comes around the wall. Penny looking to collect on the other side as the Knights nearly held it in. Manchester chips back into late offsides. Raiders heading up ice. And a turnover comes to Manchester. He's looking to pick up speed, entering the zone. Pulls up, hands it off to Schechter. Shot turned aside, rebound is free in the slot. Comes out to Everett Shupp. Sent towards the point, held in. Slap shot redirected before it reaches the net. Manchester settling it. Shot blockered aside by Thompson. Comes to Shupp on his backhand. Schechter pressuring. Delayed penalty. It's going to go against the Knights, and we get a stoppage with 12:25 remaining. Pat-Med Raiders heading to the power play. Schechter heading to the box. Get you an update on that call as soon as we have it. Schechter is the one in the box. The faceoff's been won by the Raiders. They're on the power play. A turnover. Short-handed breakaway. Heading up ice. Walking in shot. Scores! A short-handed goal for the Kings Park Commack Knights. And Jared Waterman that time, younger brother of Harrison, who's now with the Knights freshman squad, and does a nice job there racing up ice after forcing that turnover. Heads all the way down on a breakaway after Ryan Schechter's roughing call and snipes top shelf. And it's KPC that gets the first goal on the Raiders power play. Raiders won the draw. McDowell carrying it to the outside. Cutting towards the net. Looks, backhand shot, can't get it on net. It's blocked. Waterman heading the other way now. Fires it all the way down. Comes around the wall. McDowell looks to settle it on his backhand. Heading up ice. Headmans it. Good outlet pass there. Now the Raiders have entered. Dillon's shot towards net, kicked out. McDowell on the rebound. Collision there with Waterman. Raiders looking to settle it. Walking towards the net, shot is blocked. Puck is loose. Top of the right wing dot, redirected towards the net. It's loose in front. Beneath the goal line, Raiders have possession. Looking for the wraparound. Puck ends up. No goal on the play is the official call. So we'll get a stoppage here. Faceoff will come to the right wing dot. A great opportunity for McDowell. Just couldn't find the back of the net that time. Nietzsche on the dot, trying to win it forward. Comes to McDowell. He sends it around the wall, racing to hold it in. Raiders end up inadvertently leaving the zone. Nasta under pressure from Schwartz, so he headmans it to Dillon. Comes in the Knights zone, and Raiders regrouping, trying to settle it. Comes to the point, Nasta. McDowell gets it, walking in, shooting, save, rebound, paddled aside. Good play by Jagan Simon. McDowell boxing out in the corner, trying to send it towards the slot. It's redirected, loose. Right in front of the house, Raiders come away with it. Nasta can't hold it in. Good work by McDowell, but as he regains possession, looks like he's having some trouble with his shin guards. Gonna have to adjust those when he comes back to the bench, because it looks like they came off. At least the Sox have, so don't see that every day, but good shift for him, and really nice work there on the forecheck. So it's a defensive zone draw. Raiders still on the power play, but as it stands, it looks like the Knights will come away with not only a shorthanded goal, but a 2-minute kill as comes to Manchester, shooting. That's redirected, stepping into one. That caroms off the back wall. The penalty has expired. Manchester fires, scores. Maximilian Manchester finds the back of the net. It's 2-0 Knights. And just a great job by him. After that first shot is blocked. Chases after it when it goes off the wall. Brings it from his backhand to his forehand and fires that shot through traffic. Good job using the defender as a screen, and Knights now lead 2-0. So after Jared Waterman scored his third of the season with a shorthanded goal, Maximilian Manchester with his sixth of the season. Raiders on the forecheck. Shot from the point, redirected. It ends up right in the breadbasket of Simon, then ends up being poked out to the left wing corner. Sent towards the point, leaves the zone. And LeMay racing after it. Manchester pressuring, forcing it free. Todd Roche sending it towards the slot. Raiders picking it off, trying to settle it. Comes up ice, and they try and chip it in. Good work there by Thomas Panicia. Ends up making a headman pass, and Raiders get an offensive zone draw. 9:34 remaining. Panicia's got an older brother on the junior varsity team. Face off. Ends up being won by the Raiders. Shot towards the net, trickles wide off the stick of Nasta. Racing after it, it's Schwartz looking for the clear. Ends up coming back into the zone. Sent back up the wall. Nasta towards contact on a hit from Hansik. Still holds it in. Second and third attempt. Knights still can't get the clear. Good work by Nasta, still trying. But the Knights force it free. Heading up ice, it's Waterman entering. Looking towards the slot. Pass goes awry. Aspromonte on the chase. Sends it back down. Trying to settle it. Schechter pressuring. Comes to Medicia. He's taken down. Comes to the point. Waterman steps into a shot. Redirected wide. Aspromonte chasing. Has Ryan Schwartz at the point. Can't find him. Makes a nice pass to Hansik. Steps into one. It's blocked. And the Raiders get a clear. Jared Waterman with possession. Looking up ice. Finds Ryan Schwartz on the backhand. He sends it up to Sebastian Hansik. His shot's redirected. Settled by the Knights. That was Aspromonte. His shot was stopped by Thompson, and now the Raiders looking for a clear, trying to headman it here. Dillon trying to beat out the icing, but he can't, and we get a whistle. There is no chase rule in the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. That's one thing that doesn't change, whether it's the developmental conference or varsity. The chase rules and NHL rule. And right now it's going to be Todd Roche in the dot for the Knights. Face off, one back, but good job. Raiders picking that one off and looking up ice. Dillon chips it in. That goes all the way down, and we get a whistle for icing. That comes with 7:57 remaining in the first frame. Two quick goals for KPC. Jared Waterman shorthanded, and then Maximilian Manchester, or Maximilian I should say, finding the back of the net. Face off. Ends up being won by the Raiders. LeMay with it. Under pressure. Comes up the wall. And now Knights resetting after his own exit. Brody Olmstead sends up the boards. McDowell trying to pick it off. Good work by Joey Schwartz, but now it comes back to McDowell, who enters. Cutting towards the center, looking to split the defense. Has it poked off his stick, but settles it in that right wing corner. Flips it towards the slot. It's deflected. Still loose. Looking for a clear. Comes out to the point. LeMay. Shot redirected. McDowell on it. Knights come away with it. Poked free. Good effort by Everett Shupp. He moves it to Dillon. Hands off to McDowell. His shot turned aside. Puck is loose. Rebound sent free in the slot. Comes up towards the wall and sashayed on to Schwartz. Gives it right back to Cambisi. On his backhand. Forced outside. Good work by LeMay, but now Knights looking to reset. Puck comes free in the slot. Schwartz carrying it towards the left wing wall. Now comes Charlie Campese to Todd Roush. His shot kicked out by Thompson. Comes free. Right wing half wall. Allstat shot redirected. Thompson can't cover it. Raiders settling it. Looking up ice. Pass comes out of the zone. Deflecting off the stick of Allstat. He made a good effort trying to keep it in. Now it comes back to Roush. Knights have re-entered. Pass intended for Schwartz goes awry, and McDowell gets a piece of it, but can't leave the zone. Now LeMay. Outlet pass, rolls on McDowell. Allstat sends it the other way. Knights. Joey Schwartz coming in. Shot goes wide. Raiders in the middle of the change there, and a golden opportunity for the Knights. Who then force a turnover along the wall, but end up inadvertently leaving the zone, and Waterman carries it back in. Raiders have possession. Waterman breaks up that play. Good work on the forecheck there by Schechter. And now the Knights defenseman walking in. Jared Waterman shot. Stop. Rebound. Schechter's skips across the blue paint. Ends up in the right wing corner of the Raiders zone. Sent up the wall. Comes to Ryan Schwartz, who can't hold it in. And Ryan Schechter tries to move that to Jared Waterman. Knights forced to regroup in their own defensive end. And a turnover. Nasta looking up ice. That pass goes awry, and re-entering Schechter fires. Glove saved by Thompson. We get a stoppage here. 5:18 remaining in the period. 2-0 game in favor of Kings Park Commack Knights. A power play gone awry that gave them an early lead. Face off. ends up being won by the Raiders. They're looking for the zone exit. Knights won't make it easy for them, and Manchester breaks it up. Schechter towards the front of the net. Shot turned aside, and Thompson gets the cover. A good play there. Moving it to the open man in front. That was Trevor Meyer, but Thompson does a good job sliding post to post, squaring up to that puck and making the stop. Schechter in the dot for the Knights. Face-off is won by KPC. Shot from the point, turned aside, kicked out into the corner. Picked up, Pat Med looking up ice. Play is broken up at the line. Good keep by Campese, who fired it back in. And now Manchester chasing. Backhands into the left wing corner, sent towards the slot. Play is broken up. Raiders get the zone exit, looking up ice. Play is broken up. Good back check there by Meyer. Now it's Allstat looking for an outlet pass. Play is broken up. Puck is flipped into the zone. Haggerty on it. Ends up being broken up. Both teams trying to settle it as Patchogue on the forecheck against Allstat, and Haggerty takes over as it's sent up the wall towards Meyer. Knights get a clear. Manchester on the forecheck. LeMay moving that one up ice. Play is broken up. Knights flipping it out towards center. Shup's pass is deflected. Second effort. Comes away with it on his backhand. Pulls up again. Tied up, but manages to rescue it, but play is broken up by Anthony Aspromonte, fresh off the bench, and he ends up intercepting that pass. Coming in towards center. Fires. Save. The rebound trickles into the corner. Hansick on the forecheck. Looking towards the slot, that pass is broken up. Aspromonte collects. Moving it back now, along the wall. To the point. Shot. Redirected and ends up in the corner. Roche on it, sends it towards the slot. Comes out for Hansick, who can't settle it. Good work by Dillon there, picking it up. Now the Raiders head the other way, but the pass is broken up. Allstat takes over. Entering. Cuts to the right, fires a shot across. Goes wide, caroming off the wall. Aspromonte trying to settle it, backhanded towards the slot. It's deflected out of the zone. Now the Knights, Roush re-entering. Separated from the puck by LeMay. McDowell takes over. Nice headman pass to Dillon, whose shot goes just wide of the net. McDowell on the forecheck, and Knights now leaving the zone. Roche 2-on-1, his pass across is deflected, and Thompson comes out of his crease, covers it. We get a whistle. Defensive zone draw. Schechter in the dot for the Knights. Wins it back towards Waterman, who holds it in at the line. Moves it across. Shot from Ryan Schwartz. Ends up in the corner. Muller on it. Play is broken up, and now the Raiders looking for a clear, but a good job by Schwartz holding the line. Chris Nasta picks it up. 3 Knights on the forecheck. Joey Schwartz trying to bat that one down. It comes to Penny. He gets it out of the zone, but play is broken up before Dishley can get it in neutral, and now Joey Schwartz re-entering, looking towards the slot, finds Schechter. Ends up being separated from the puck. Good job by the Raiders defensively, but then Knights get a shot off from the slot, and now looking to settle it at the point. Battle on the left wing wall. Under 2 minutes remaining in the period. Raiders in their own defensive end. Now they get the zone exit. 2-on-2 developing. Pass across. Good play by Jared Waterman, taking away the angle. Then Joey Schwartz comes away with it, trying to backhand it up that left wing wall. It comes to Chris Nasta. His shot is deflected. Schechter looking across. Muller collects off the wall, walking in. Doherty on the back check. Schechter gets in the slot. His shot is turned aside. Joey Schwartz can't get to the rebound for the Raiders. Chip it up but not out. Jared Waterman, his shot blocked. Still battling for it. Dishley got a piece of it. Raiders looking up ice. Off the wall. Comes to James Penny. He fires it in. Comes around the left wing wall. Ends up in the right wing corner. The Knights looking to settle it. Comes up towards Schwartz and held in at the point by Everett Shupp. He passes to himself off the wall. Second effort. Knights get a clear. Racing after it. It's Muller. Walking in now. Picking up speed. Fires a shot. That's kicked out. Toe saved by Thompson. Knights have possession. Schechter dropping it off to Joey Schwartz. He has to settle it, and Doherty breaks it up. Flips it up. Out. And that's going to be icing going against the Raiders. 40 seconds remaining in the period. Raiders settling into the game after an early power play that resulted in a shorthanded goal and then a goal right after it expired. Jared Waterman with his 3rd of the season, Maximilian Manchester with his 6th of the season. Todd Roche in the dot versus Thomas Paniccia. Draws one to Manchester. His shot glove saved by Thompson. 36 seconds remaining in the period. Face-off heading right back to the left wing face-off circle. Once again, Roche versus Paniccia. Face-off one to Manchester. Shot, redirected, kicked out, rebound, save, Thompson. Back-to-back saves for the Raiders netminder. Now a shot from the point, redirected, went off. I believe that was Schwartz in front. Irregardless, Raiders now heading up ice. Chipped off the wall. LeMay racing after it. Manchester on the back check. Takes it away. Cutting across. Does a good job moving that puck from the right side to the left. And now a delayed penalty, and now not so delayed. Knights heading to the kill. 5 seconds remaining. Looks like the call on the ice is a cross check going against KPC. You're watching Developmental Hockey on the Long Island Sports Network, your home for all Suffolk County High School Hockey League action. First of 3 games, this one, as previously mentioned, in the Developmental Division. Trevor Meyer heading to the box this time for the Knights. After this, we'll have 2 quarterfinals matchups. Face-off, shot coming right off the draw. Beneath the goal line, battling for it, and period will expire. 5 seconds gone by on the power play. And we're going to take a quick break here. We'll be back in 1 minute with second period action. Knights lead the Raiders 2-0, but the Raiders on the power play. And just about to get set for second period action. Jagan Simon making his 3rd start for the Knights this season. On the other side, it's Tyler Thompson for the Raiders, making his 12th. Schechter in the dot versus Campbell. Face-off ends up being won back by KPC, but it's one back pass. Jared Waterman, McDowell on the forecheck, sent up the wall. Play is broken up by the Raiders. Battling for it in the left wing corner, Waterman. One hands it into the opposite corner, racing after it, Doherty. Little give and go, came back to him at the point, makes a pass across, it's deflected, good stick by Aspromonte. He's heading up ice, 2-on-2. And it's offsides. We get a whistle. 1:24 remaining on the power play. Just 31 seconds have elapsed in the second stanza. And an offsides call. goes against the Knights. So Hansick thought he was taking the draw. It ends up being Schechter once again. This time the Raiders win it. Looking for an outlet pass, but the puck comes to Ryan Schwartz, who fires the length of the sheet. 45 seconds have gone by on this power play. Chris Nasta looking for an outlet pass. Ryan Schwartz pinching in. Breaks up the play. Ryan Schechter taking over, but Declan Campbell gets the clear, trying to settle it now. Still battling in neutral. Comes to Ryan Schwartz. He chips it past Doherty. And now puck is sent out of the zone. Ryan Schwartz gets a stick on it. Both teams battling for possession. Sebastian Hansick with it. But it comes to Owen Dillon. Poked off his stick. Settles it. Fires it in. Jared Waterman collects. James Penny forechecking. Declan Campbell supporting as that puck comes to Ryan Schechter, and he fires it up. Goes off. Chris Nassen out. Raiders regain possession heading up ice. Shot from an off angle, stopped by Thompson. He leaves it for Nasta, but good work by Ryan Schwartz supporting Ryan Schechter. And Raiders manage to get the clear. Brody Allstat has possession. James Penny deflecting that one, but the puck doesn't go out of play. 10 seconds remaining on the power play. Long change for both Swans this period, and with 5 seconds remaining, Knights appear poised to go 2 for 2 on the kill. That pass intended for Owen Dillon gets deflected before it reaches him, but good job forcing a takeaway, chipping it in. Raiders get a full line changes. Todd Roche looks to reverse it back to his defenseman. Comes to Panicia. He sends it into the corner. Allstat sends it back up that wall, and pass is deflected. Penny can't hold the zone, but does force a turnover. The Raiders have to regroup in neutral territory. Pass intended for Shupp. Broken up by Schwartz. Coming in. Fires over the net. Opposite side now. Roche forcing it free. Knights on the forecheck. Raiders get it right back. Heading up ice. Everett Shupp. Backhand pass to Owen Dillon. Race for it with Campese. And the Knights defenseman comes away with it. Dishley on the opposite side forces him to ring that one up the wall. Comes up out of the zone now. Raiders regrouping. Looking for that long pass. Goes off the skate. I believe that was Quentin Haggerty. So no icing on the plate. Trying to find the man coming off the bench for a breakaway opportunity. Now Shupp breaks up a pass, but doesn't get enough of it. So now Joey Schwartz heading up ice. Makes the pass across. Shot glove, but not grasped. Rebound is free. Comes to LeMay. He tries to get it clear. Knights force turnover. Joey Schwartz shot. Blocker to side. Everett Shupp versing it back beneath the goal line. Pass intended for Haggerty. Ends up going past him. That one's going to die out before it can reach the goal line. It's picked up near the top of the left wing circle in Knights territory. And now Roush, little give and go with Allstat, who now heads up ice. Coming in one-on-one. Cuts to the outside. Pass across. Wanted Joey Schwartz, but he was trailing. Good work by Schwartz on the boards. Holding that one in initially. Roche battling for it with Panicia. Puck is down. Knights looking to settle it. Ends up being steered to safety. On the right wing wall in the Raiders zone. Quentin Haggerty looking for a clear. Play is broken up. Chase LeMay pressuring against Todd Roush, and a penalty going against the Raiders. Coach heading out. 10:43 remaining, and it's going to be a power play going the way of the Knights. Officials on the ice taking a look at an injured player. Knights player back up under their own power, trying to make out the number there. Collecting their stick. Drawing the penalty that time, it was Todd Roush. He heads to the bench, so. Raiders now heading to the kill as Quentin Haggerty heads to the box. The call on the ice. Still waiting on the update from the scorer's booth. We'll have that for you as soon as possible, but as it stands, Knights heading to the power play. They have 1 goal on the kill. Now looking to add 1 on the man advantage. The call on the ice against Haggerty was for roughing. Face off. Ends up with the Raiders. Their clearing attempt was broken up, and now Meyer reversing it beneath the goal line. McDowell racing after it. Tried to poke it out of the zone. Comes to Ryan Schwartz. His shot is blocked. McDowell tried to backhand out of the zone. It's held in at the line. Pass across to Jared Waterman. Poked free. Raiders. Shorthanded opportunity. Racing up ice. Doherty. Shot. Save. Rebound. Is covered. A good opportunity for the Raiders. Good effort for Logan Doherty. Just does a nice job picking off that pass and ends up coming in on a breakaway, fires that shot, and Jacob Simon does a good job coming out of his crease, challenging the shooter, taking away the angle, and Raiders will end up with an offensive zone draw, but it's won back by Ryan Schechter. Charlie Campese sending it to the weak side, but it comes to Chris Nast at the point, flipping it towards the net. McDowell can't settle it. Brody Olstat steps into it. Carrying it up ice, cutting towards the slot, wants the shot, separated from the puck, it's flipped up and out, and now Campese has to settle it. Knights have to check up. Pass intended for Schechter, nearly broken up. Comes back to Nast, he tries to backhand it up the wall. Both teams battling for possession. Raiders pure poised to get the clear. Firing that one down the ice at Lansing. This is off the glass. Good clear by Declan Campbell. And now Brody Olstat. 40 seconds remaining on the Knights' power play. Raiders getting a change on defense as Alex McDowell breaks up the play. Full name Alexander, didn't want to mention that, but most of these coaches will tell us if they're calling a player Alexander or Alex and try and go with what they prefer. So Knights have it, looking to send it across the slot. Comes to Brody Olstat at the point, D to D. Campese can't settle it, off the wall, sends it back in, and pass up to the point. Now poking it ahead. Olstat under pressure, headmans it. Good outlet pass there, and now as the penalties expired, Knights get a shot on net, and Thompson with the glove save. 8:38 remaining. Raiders with a successful kill. Haggerty out of the box. Face-off from the right wing dot of the Raiders' defensive zone. Long change this period. Face-off has been won by the Knights. Sebastian Hansick whips it around the wall. Anthony Aspermonte steps into it. Fires a shot, and that's stopped by Thompson. We get a whistle. Officials correcting the penalty box door behind the play, and now face off in the right wing dot yet again. I believe that's Todd Roush who wins the draw back, so good to see him back out on the ice. The puck comes to Jared Waterman. His shot is blocked. Raiders force a clear. James Penny makes the pass to Dillon. Ryan Schwartz on the back check. Owen Dillon's shot kicked out. Rebound can't be settled by Penny. Good work by the Knights defensively. As Jared Waterman ends up reversing it to Roush in the corner. Lead pass intended for Aspermonte. Ends up with Chase LeMay. Sends it back up that strong side wall, and Knights force a turnover. Todd Roush has it on the forecheck. Sends a pass towards the slot for Aspermonte. He moves it right back to Roush. Can't get the shot off. Loosen the slot. Both teams battling for it. LeMay trying to send that one out into the corner, and Thompson ends up forcing it beneath the goal line. Owen Dillon curling, trying to pick up speed as he carries it beneath his own net. Sends it up the wall. Ryan Schwartz gets a stick on it, but comes to Thomas Panicia, who evades Jared Waterman, but the puck comes right back to Todd Roush. Flips it across. Has to be settled by Waterman, who now enters the zone. Fires a shot. That's gloved by Thompson. And he's done a really good job coming out of his crease, being aggressive. And it works out from that time. We get a defensive zone draw for the Raiders. They still trail 2-0. Simon heading to the bench. Friedman will take over in the second half for the Knights. Good work by Simon. You still see a lot of teams split goaltenders at this level. It becomes less and less common, and by the time you get to the JV level, it's pretty much gone. But still get a couple teams that will do it. Campisi holds it in. Came around the wall. Logan Doherty forcing a turnover, ends up handing it off to the defenseman, and pass comes out of the zone. Icing by the Raiders, so we're going to get a whistle here with 6:44 remaining. The only time I've seen goalies split at the varsity level, and this is actually kind of nice. Brody Dixon and Connor McGovern for East Nice's varsity squad. They split on senior night since they're both seniors. And now we get the face-off left wing dot. It's one to Quentin Haggerty, and he flips it up and out, but hasn't settled it. Sent back in to the Raiders zone. Nasta chasing, but it ends up with Joey Schwartz in the corner. Puck is rolling. Tried to soccer that one on ahead, and you get a whistle here as looks like the call on the ice is for elbowing going against Jackson Muller. So the Raiders will head to the power play for the first time this period. They're 0 for 2 so far. So Connor Friedman, who hasn't been tested yet, well, chances are he's about to be. 6:24 remaining, a 2-minute power play on the board for the Raiders. Call on the ice once again for elbowing going against Muller. Face-off is won by the Raiders. Shot goes wide. Allstat trying to send it up and out. Dowell gets a stick on it, but Joey Schwartz forces a turnover. Miscommunicated the line, and now Ryan Schechter coming in shorthanded. Forehand, backhand, forehand, scores! And the Knights, their second shorthanded goal of the game. This time 15 seconds into the power play, and miscommunication leads to a great play here for Ryan Schechter. Takes advantage of two defenders getting tied up, pressuring them at the line, forcing them into a position they don't necessarily want to be in, and forehand, backhand, forehand, Ryan Schechter. With the beauty for the Knights' second shorthanded goal of the game, and the face-off at center ends up being won forward by the Raiders. They're on the forecheck. That's Schechter's 11th for the season. As Everett Shupp holding it in, comes to Declan Campbell in the corner towards the front. Shot is redirected over the net, rode up the stick of Friedman. Now Ryan Schwartz going D-to-D. Jared Waterman whips it around the wall. Chase LeMay trying to settle it. Schechter on the forecheck. Pass up that wall, ends up with the Knights. Sent towards center. Dishley gets a stick on it, racing after it, but it's Ryan Schwartz right back to Dishley. Both players unable to settle it, and now Knights regrouping. Waterman moving it across. Joey Schwartz firing it in. Ryan Schechter on the forecheck, looking for his 12th of the season. Now 50 seconds remaining on the power play, and Raiders get the clear, but puck comes back to Jared Waterman. His pass deflected. Declan Campbell on the forecheck, tying him up in the corner. Comes away with it, looking towards the slot. Pass intended for Dishley. Ends up too far ahead of him. Raiders trying to hold it in. Knights come away with it. 2-on-0 developing. Back check by Everett Shupp takes it away. Schechter's shot is kicked out. Puck is loose. Sent up the wall on attempted reversal, held in by Joey Schwartz. His shot with 20 seconds remaining ends up being blocked. Waterman settles it. Fire shot's redirected before it reaches the net. Schechter tried to settle it for a rebound, couldn't get it on net. Now Raiders looking for a clear. Waterman gets a piece of it with his skate, but now the puck comes to James Penny. Raiders enter zone, get a shot on net, and Friedman will cover. The power play is over. 4:22 remaining. Ryan Schechter scoring a shorthanded goal. That's Joey Schwartz picking up the assist. That's Schechter's third shorthanded goal of the season. He's got 11 goals total now after that one. Face-off is won. Shot on net ends up being gloved by Freeman. We get another stoppage here with 4:17 remaining. And the face-off is won by the Knights. Backhanded ahead, and KPC gets the clear, still battling for it. And it can't be one-handed past Doherty. Campese trying to move it up ice. That goes off Meyer and ends up with Maximilian Manchester trying to settle it. Moves it up ice. Campese near turnover at center, but comes back to Manchester, who's now cutting in. Pulls up in the slot, looking for a shot. Fires. Ends up being stopped by Thompson. Good positional save there. And now it's flipped towards the net. Thompson gets the cover. Trying to bank it in off the netminder, but Thompson does a good job holding his pipe here, and 2 of these goals have been breakaways, so can't ask much of your netminder that time. He's had a tremendous game for Pat Met. Face-off ends up being won by Meyer. Sent towards the slot. Second attempt, shot ends up going off the shoulder and into the corner. Raiders on the defensive as they can't get the clear. Logan Doherty under pressure. Flips it up, but not out of the zone. Campese sending it back in. Knights looking to get to work on the cycle. Cutting towards center. Dropped off to Meyer. Then being given right back. Campese's shot redirected for him. Reach the net. Roush battle for it beneath the goal line. Both players tied up. Raiders can't come away with it. Neither can the Knights initially. It comes out. Chris Patanjo, and he tries to fire it up the wall. Campese holds it in, walks in, fires it. That goes over the net, careens off the wall, comes out to Quentin Haggerty. Under pressure, Brody Allstat breaks up the initial play. Manchester waits for his team to check up. Now heading up ice, cutting towards center, pulls up, shot, and that goes off the wall, and Thompson gets the cover. So the Raiders will get a change. We're in the second stanza of this one. Just 1 goal so far in the period. Second shorthanded goal of the game for the Knights. First goal where a player was actually credited with an assist too, so for 2 individual efforts. Some nice puck movement there by the Knights on the PK. Schwartz has it after a D-to-D pass, trying to make that one over to Hansick, who gets tied up, still battling for it, ends up giving it to Schechter. Tried to tuck it in, but play is broken up. Raiders looking for a clear. Pass comes out of the zone. Now it comes to McDowell. It's on his backhand, ends up going past him. He has to collect it in the corner against Waterman. Tied up. Lost sight of it. Now on the chase as Waterman looks for the clear. It's held in at the line by LeMay. Backhand. Then a turnover forced. Manchester heading up ice. Shut back. Correction, that's Aspermonte, 96, as his shot is turned aside. Hansick with him. Now the Raiders looking for a clear. Battle on the right wing wall near the point. Hansick ends up getting it, and then the Raiders come away with it. Dillon entering, looking to split the defense. Plays broken up. Shupp steps in, still battling for it. Schechter had a piece of it, and then it comes to Waterman. Knights are going to enter. The shot scores. And the bottle rocket from Jared Waterman, his second of the game. It's now 4-0 in favor of the Knights, and I was waiting to see if that was onside. Official. You're going to see here just a good job keeping 1 foot on the line, just long enough for Waterman to cross the line, and he puts that one stick side high. Nothing Thompson can really do there, just a good shot, and now the Knights look to settle it. They had possession off the draw. Their first zone entry was broken up. They're now looking for a nice cross-ice pass to Muller. Moves it to center. Roche, one hands it to Schwartz. Carrying it to his backhand, sends it around the wall. Knights looking to get to work. Left wing, side. Pass across, makes its way through. Schwartz's shot is kicked out. Rebound is loose in the slot. 50 seconds remaining in the period. Raiders looking for a clear. Good job by Paniccia. He chips it in, he'll chase. Other side, James Penny on the forecheck as pass comes up the wall. That's Waterman's second of the game. As the attempted clear is broken up, Raiders coming in. Nasta, shot, save, Friedman. Rebound is free. Comes to the Knights, and now Charlie Campese picking up speed, 2-on-1, makes the lead pass. Joey Schwartz wants to move it right back. Across, deflected, second attempt, turned aside, rebound bouncing free. Thompson's heroics keep this a 4-score game as it comes back to the slot. Campese looking for one more shot. Can't settle. It ends up along the left wing wall, and that'll do it for the second period. Another 2 goals for the Knights. And we're going to take one last look at that save because it's just great work by Thompson here. Campese makes a smart heads-up play. Joey Schwartz settles it on his backhand. Doherty dives, trying to break up the pass, which he does, and the pass comes across. It's deflected by Thompson, and he gets a stick on it. The second attempt, puck comes rising high. Nasta gets a piece of it, deflecting that away from the net. So good work by the Raiders that time, supporting their goalie after he makes a strong first save. Good job by Doherty. And just 15 minutes remaining. Jared Waterman tacking on his 4th of the season now. It's been a solid presence for the Knights. Scored a key goal in the eventual 6-4 loss to EI, and also tallied one against Longwood, a strong team in this division, who ended up coming away with a tie with only 6 skaters thanks to the heroics of Nick Shepard a few weeks ago, January 13th. It's actually been a month now. Wow, time really flies. Knights are currently sitting in 6th in the conference and looking to pull away with another win here. Face off at center. And the Knights control. Good job winning the puck battle by Manchester, who chips it in on the chase against Campbell. Ties up, and it comes to Schechter. His pass intended. And that's off. Oh, no. They declared. My apologies, couldn't see the official over to my monitor. That was onside. Good job by the Knights there. Waterman firing that one in. Manchester against Haggerty. And the Pat Med Raiders battling for it. Campbell backhanding it up. Manchester carrying it in towards the slot. Pulls up, fires. Shot ends up rising high. Schechter on the forecheck as it's steered to safety. And then Haggerty, good lead pass there, but it ends up going past Patchogue. And now Waterman re-enters. One short of the hat trick here as he makes the pass to Manchester. His shot ends up pinballing off the wall, and Shupp tries to settle it. Knights came away with it, but it's sent up towards the point, and that pass is broken up by Patchogue, tied up by Waterman. Raiders battling for it. Knights can't come away with it initially. Manchester does a good job settling it, coming in on his backhand and looking for a pass. The slot. Schechter's shot is turned aside. Good save by Thompson. Good lateral quickness there. Now Patchogue gets the clear. Not enough on that for icing. Ryan Schwartz will take over. Knights varsity squad will be in action here tonight at 9:20 p.m. as they take on the T-Birds in round 1 of the Suffolk County High School Hockey League semifinals. But right now, Knights developmental squad looking strong, leading 4-0 here with 2 shorthanded goals. As Waterman re-enters, Shupp throws the shoulder along the wall. Good defensive play there, not looking to initiate contact for contact's sake, but using it to force a turnover. Now the Knights, Waterman gets it back, 2-on-1 developing. Fires, glove saved by Thompson. We get our first stoppage of the period, 12:59 remaining. Waterman was looking for the hat trick there, and, well, doesn't get it that time. Face off. One back by Roush, but he won it back too far. Allstat has to chase. Ends up collecting beneath his own goal line, carries it beneath his own cage, and picks up speed as he heads up ice. McDowell fighting pressure. Panicia breaks up the play, but Campese rescues it. And now he enters Raiders territory, tries to split the defense. Play is broken up. Good work by Chris Nasta, who gets it out of the zone, tried to make the pass to Spring Dillon, but that was broken up, and now McDowell enters. Picking up speed as he cuts the outside shot, paddled aside on loose puck beneath the goal line, sent towards the front. Then another attempt, they score! McDowell finds the back of the net, breaks the shutout. Raiders on the board here. And just a good play, very tenacious there by McDowell, who that's his third of the season. Go to the net, good things happen. Put pucks on net, good things happen. And it certainly did that time for the Raiders. They've cut the Knights' lead to 3. Roush wins the draw forward, tried to split the defense. Play is broken up. Aspromonte pulls up, makes the cross-ice feed. Slap shot ends up being stopped by Thompson. Rebound ends up in the corner. Aspromonte battling with McDowell. Raiders forward comes away with it. Spinning away from pressure, trying to settle it. Outlet pass intercepted by Hansik. His shot sails over the net. McDowell picks it up, looking up ice. Ends up sending it up the wall, comes out of the zone. Icing waved off as that one slips past Knight's defense and ends up on net for Friedman, who just paddles that one to Allstat. McDowell on the attack. Raiders force a turnover. Panicia coming in. Pulls up under pressure. Still battling for it. Raiders can't come away with it. Allstat sending it around the wall. Dillon pressuring. It ends up with Charlie Campese. He wants Aspromonte, but can't find the angle that time. Ends up electing to carry it. And as the Knights enter, Roush has it, sends it towards the slot. Shot from Campese sails over the net. He's got a little bit too much air on that redirect, but now McDowell trying to make the pass ahead. It's deflected. Dillon collects. Under pressure, has his stick lifted. Good job defensively there by Roush. Now Aspromonte entering. Pulls up, pass across, broken up Raiders. Dillon looking for it. Collects, fires it in. It's intercepted by Waterman, under pressure. Deflected. Picked off now by Campbell. Shot. Turned aside by Friedman, he gets the cover. And a good opportunity there for the Raiders. Try and make this a 2-goal game. Face off. Ends up being tied up along the left wing hat. Both teams jabbing at it. Comes to Chase LeMay. His shot careens off the back wall. Chasing on the opposite sides, it's Matthew Dishley. Play is broken up. Knights looking for a clear. Ends up with a regroup behind the net. That pass off the wall. James Penny fires it right back in. Jared Waterman trying to settle it. Kicks it to his stick. Flips it up the wall. Raiders force a turnover, and LeMay's shot trickles through. Got deflected on its way, but now lead pass, Shupp tying up, trying to head up ice. Ends up with LeMay. He fires it, deflects off a couple bodies. Might have gone off Penny and Schechter there, and now comes back to Penny, but it's on his backhand. Can't settle it, battling for it. Ends up back along the left wing half wall to the point. Chase LeMay's shot, redirected, ends up being gloved by Friedman. The whistle was blown before Penny tried to poke at it, but nonetheless, might have ended up in the pads of Friedman. Faceoff will come to the left wing dot. Faceoff is won by the Raiders. Chris Nasta's shot towards net ends up being blocked by Allstat. He looked to carry it across. Moving it right to left that time. Raiders get the clear. Chris Nasta in transition breaks up An opportunity for Schwartz, but the Knights regather it, looking for a clear. Benicia gets a piece of it. Puck ends up along the wall near the red line. Both teams battling for it. Schechter comes away with it. Carrying the outside shot, turned aside, and Thompson with the cover. Good stop for the Raiders netminder. Face-off is one back, shot towards the point, trickles free, rebound, shot, and they score! The Knights find the back of the net, they answer back. And that was Trevor Meyer, his third of the season. That shot from Allstat, it's being kicked out, and Meyer gets the backhander that's up, riding up, and face-off at center. It's up being controlled by the Raiders. They enter the zone, they don't have control, but it's forced down low, and an attempted clear comes to Nasta, who sends it right back in. Allstat collects, makes the pass to Manchester, who tried to hand it off to Roush, who was ahead of him, but play is broken up, and now it comes back to Allstat. Knights defender entering, carrying it to his backhand, pulls up in the corner against McDowell, sent towards the slot. Doherty flips it up. Knights trying to bat it down. Comes to Campbell. Knights hold it in. Manchester pressing against Nasta. Comes out to the line. It's offsides, but McDowell has to settle it. Battling with Meyer after he leaves the zone. Both teams looking for it. It comes out to Dillon. He enters. Trying to send it towards the slot. Pass is broken up. Raiders pick it up. Set towards the net, and Friedman with the glove save. 8:06 remaining. That last one from Trevor Meyer, finding the back of the net. Bodie Allstat picking up the assist after firing the shot that led to the rebound. Face-off ends up with the Raiders. Shot from the point ends up going wide. Benicia reversing it beneath the goal line. James Penny on it, sends it to the point. Everett Shupp holds it in, sends it towards the slot. Raiders collect. Benicia shot, deflected off a stick. Raiders hold it in. Shupp, good effort there. Comes to Penny in the corner. Raiders looking to answer back. That pass sent off the back of the net. Knights whip it up the wall. Chase LeMay collects, fires. Careens off the wall, ends up on the right wing side. Pass to the point, deflected. Roush looking for it, has Manchester ahead. Ends up entering. LeMay on the back check, takes away the passing option. Pulls up, moves it to Manchester. His shot gloved but not grasped. Thompson wants to cover. Knights on the forecheck make that impossible for him to do that time. And now both teams battling for it. Manchester sends it towards the front of the net. Shot is redirected. Comes right back to him off a pass. Shot scores! And Manchester finds the back of the net for the second time here tonight. 6:59 remaining. It's a 6-1 game. Just good effort there. Battling for those loose pucks in the slot. And Maximilian Manchester came into tonight with 5 goals. He's now got 7. The second multi-goal scorer here tonight. Settling that puck that ends up going over the shoulder of the netminder Thompson. LeMay escapes Schechter, moved it to Shupp. 6:50 remaining in the period. Raiders have entered. Cutting towards the slot. They want a shot there, but forced outside. Good work, and then pass is picked off. Knights heading up ice. Poked off the stick of Hansik. Raiders chip it back in, but Allstat's going to collect this one. 6:30 remaining in the period. Knights get a zone exit. They're heading up ice. Entering. Delayed penalty. Going against the Raiders. Aspermonte under pressure. Raiders can't get a stick on it initially, and now they do, so we get a whistle. Freeman doesn't make it to the bench before the Knights get an extra attacker on, but nonetheless they'll have a man advantage as Looks like Declan Campbell heading to the box. We'll confirm what the call is in a moment. It's going to be the first penalty of the period, just the 5th total, and it's going to be the 2nd power play of the game for the Knights. Puck comes out to the point. Joey Schwartz holding it in, trying to move it on ahead. Comes in front, and Ryan Schechter sends it off the back wall. Hansick tried to stuff it short side. Puck is loose. Thompson gets the cover. Cole was for tripping against Declan Campbell. Just 12 seconds have elapsed on the power play. Face-off comes to left wing circle. Face-off is won by the Knights. Shot ends up going wide. Ends up in the right wing corner. Battling for possession. Came to, I think that was Muller who sends it across. Comes out to the point. Shot ends up careening off the wall. Muller chasing after it. Hands it off to Joey Schwartz. Give and go. That pass rolls on Muller, and he has to race back. Settle moves to the point. Joey Schwartz under pressure. Raiders force a turnover. Heading up ice. Logan Doherty ends up chipping that one down. 50 seconds gone by on the power play. Knights looking up ice. Stretch pass comes to Roush off the wall. 2-on-1. Pass across. Settled. Shot. Sailing wide. Under a minute remaining. Roush collects. Pass beneath the goal line, backhanded towards the slot. Thompson can't get a piece of it, but a pad save to deny. But that was Meyer, and now Doherty fires it in. 40 seconds remaining. Muller, my apologies. Trevor Meyer with the goal earlier. Jackson Muller, 27. Muller, 26, and then an offsides there. 25 seconds remaining on the power play. This game may be reaching its conclusion, but the action isn't over. Varsity quarterfinals coming up next on the Long Island Sports Network. Don't forget to follow the @LI Sports Network. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter pages for all the latest game news, recaps, highlights, and analysis from around the league. Raiders get the clear off the draw, but Ryan Schechter collects in neutral territory. Knights enter offsides. 4:22 now remaining, 13 seconds left on the power play. Face-off is won by the Knights. D-to-D Allstat gets it right back. Makes the lead pass to Schechter. He gets tripped up on his own entry. Puck comes to Manchester. Backhand pass from the corner. Penalty has expired. So it's all even now. Campbell right out of the box. Shutt battling in the corner. Knocks it free. Dowell lost his stick. Looking for it now. Comes out to the point. Good stick lift. Raiders looking for a chance, but it's held in. Campese fires it. Turned aside. Rebound. Kick save. Denied. Thompson shutting the door when it matters most for the Raiders. So the face-off will come to the left wing dot, defensive zone. Knights still pressing late in this game. Goals are a tiebreaker in the standings as we approach the developmental playoffs. Both goals scored, goal differential, and goals against. So don't expect the Knights to let up in any zone here as the puck comes to the point. Joey Schwartz fires it in. Raiders try and send it right up that strong side wall. Anthony Aspromonte sends it towards the slot, gets tied up. Chase LeMay firing it up, not out of the zone. Schwartz settles it, held it in initially, but the pass is picked off. Comes back to Joey Schwartz in transition. He carries it into his own zone, pivoting, cuts towards center, escapes pressure, and that's poked off a stick by Panicia. And it ends up with Sebastian Hansick, who carries it to the outside on his backhand. Wants a pass towards the slot, can't find it, moves it to Jared Waterman. Walks in, shot. Over the net, Comes around the wall. Quentin Haggerty couldn't settle it. Chase LeMay does. Penalty going against Sebastian Hansick, and we get a whistle. And it's going to be a 2-minute minor going against Hansick, as LeMay makes his way to his feet as soon as his coach stepped out on the ice. So it's going to be a power play for the Raiders, a chance to find one here in the third period. The boarding penalty to Hansick, assessed as a 2-minute minor. Correction, looks like it's going to be a 2 and 10. It looks like Todd Roush will serve the minor. A chance for the Raiders to pot another here, but face off. Wind didn't lead to a shot on net. The puck is cleared out. Schwartz pressuring. Along with Aspromonte. Knights get a clear. Puck is sent in. They check up. Good work by Campese. They can't get it to the line. And then Dishley tried to lead. I believe that would have been Declan Campbell cutting towards center, but play was broken up, and now Penny enters. Puck leaves as quickly as it had arrived, and now it's rolling in transition. Comes to Brody Allstat. We've seen just about 40 seconds of the power play elapse. The pass through the slot. Knights looking up ice. Picked off at the point. Pulling up. Doherty sends it towards the net. It's paddled into the corner by Friedman. He's holding his pipe as the Knights look for a clear. Allstat carrying towards center. Cutting right back out, but ends up skating into the lane of Ryan Schwartz, and that shot turned aside by Thompson. Charlie Campese on the forecheck. Just dumps that one in on his backhand. Allstat blew a tire there, looking for the puck. Got it back towards the slot, but Raiders pick that one off. 45 seconds remaining on the power play. Aspromonte sending it towards the slot. Play is broken up. Doherty trying to pick up speed. Campese back. It's a one-on-one. Doherty under pressure. Escape turn. Drops it off there, but pass goes awry. Raiders have to settle it. Campbell shot from the point redirected, and that one went off a Knight stick, and Friedman's going to cover that one. He says no thank you on that one. You want to be careful as a defender trying to knock those down, because on one hand, you know, it's nice to have possession, but if your stick isn't flat, it can ride up on you and ends up deflecting off his goalie that time. So no harm, no foul, just something to keep an eye out for in the future. McDowell shot towards the net, ends up knocking a stick free there. Battle beneath blue line, or goal line rather. Puck comes up. Schechter takes a hit there, but as the Knights recover, they get the clear. McDowell has to chase. The penalty will expire. 50 seconds remaining in the period. Raiders trail 6-1 as it stands. Knights look like they're about to pick up their 5th win of the season. That's going to be icing with 41 seconds remaining. Heads all the way back down. So after Alex McDowell found the back of the net, Trevor Meyer and Maximilian Manchester each score. Brody Allstat and Todd Roche picking up assists on the 5th and 6th goals respectively. Schechter in the dot. Tried to tie that one up, but Benicia wins it forward, and puck comes out of the zone. Joey Schwartz has to settle it under pressure from Owen Dillon. Backhand pass comes to Ryan Schechter. Cut into the outside. Chipping it up the wall, cutting in, but good play there by Everett Schupp. Raiders defenseman trying to settle it. Backhands it out of the zone. Muller ends up a give and go along the wall. McDowell can't break it up. Schechter cutting to the outside, looking to cut back in. Has to settle it. Poked off a stick. Thompson gets a cover. 8 seconds remaining. So the face-off will come to the left wing dot. Varsity action coming up next on the Long Island Sports Network. 4 games on the docket. I'm on the call for the 2 on the north side here. That's St. Anthony's versus Northport Huntington and Smithtown Halbach versus Sachem. East Islip Chiefs about to take on the Ward Melville Patriots on the other side. Brian Rascona has the call for that one. As it comes out to the point, sent towards the net. Thompson with the stop. Rebound won't go for Schechter. That's it. That's all. That's over. And that'll do it for this one. Thank you so much for watching the Long Island Sports Network. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss a moment of the action. Of course, all these young players, developmental division, they got a long, long career ahead of them, most of them, if not all of them. And, well, you won't want to miss a moment of it. Signing off, varsity action coming up next on the Long Island Sports Network.